it is easy to say that Nigerian economy grew by 4.6%. Is that really correct? In economics, is that really correct? Can you compare Nigeria with Osun State? Or can you compare Nigeria with Sokoto State? That is not be correct. You compare Nigeria with Ghana, you compare Nigeria with United Arab Emirates, and you compare Nigeria with Argentina. So when you are comparing, which currency do you use? You use the dollar. Now, when you look at our GDP 2 years ago, it was $500 billion.
Billion.
What is it? $billion. What is it today?
199.
We are now $199 billion. Are we better off or worse off? We are living in our worst days. Pre-Jonathan regime, before we rebase the economy.
Yeah.
Before rebasing the economy, we're larger than this. So everybody, per capita income in Nigeria now is nearly above $1,000. What used to be $3,000?
$3,000.
So are we better off or worse off? How can subsidy removal and flotation be better? The question you should ask is, what should we have done differently? And there are options which were made available, written and in discussion to authority. But the cheapest way is for government revenue to boost, hoping President Tinubu hoped that governors will invest in the economy. Was that done? Was that done? But for a few states that actually reinvested this back into the economy, it's important for people to know the truth. After all, your station is about as it is.
Yes.
We need to say the truth.
Yes, as it is.
This economy is not as strong as it should be. This economy used to be the largest in the whole Africa. Today, the last time I spoke with your correspondent, we were number 4. Today, we are now number 5. Now check, the largest economy in Southern America is Brazil. It's also the largest country in population. The largest in North America is the United States. It's also the largest population with largest economy. Then you now go to Europe and see in Eastern Europe, you see Russia as the largest economy and also the largest population. And go to Western Europe, where you meet Germany, the largest population, largest economy. When you come to Africa, oh my dear black Africa, Nigeria is the largest population. It's not the first, it's not the second, it's not the third, it's not the fourth, now the fifth. So how can those two policies be good? It is more than obvious that they were made out of error, they were made in mistakes, and some of us had provided alternative solution to the government. Whether we will take it or not is another kettle of fish. But we cannot say because we have a deal, look for cutlass and beard ourselves, hoping that all will be well. It's like cutting our nose to spite our face. But well, the result is obvious in the public domain. People that are watching us and are listening to us, you ask themselves, are they better off today than they were 2 years ago? They should ask themselves. When we say that at the end of the tunnel, there will be light, the father of modern economics, macroeconomics for that matter, John Maynard Keynes, he said, and I quote, he said, in the long run, we are all dead. Ask anybody, we will go through pain. When will the pain end? Can they tell you it's going to be 1 year? It's going to be 5 years? Funnily enough, World Bank seems to provide this answer. Is that what you wait for 10 to 15 years?
15 years.
Can you continue like this for 10 to 15 years? And I asked in 2016, when I was interviewed by journalists, when Christine Lagarde told Nigeria that, don't worry, this economy will not go into a recession. I said, this economy will certainly go into a recession. I'm in Nigeria. I'm an economist in Nigeria. And I know for sure that this economy will go into a recession. Did you know that as against advice Christine Lagarde gave to President Buhari, Nigeria economy went into a recession? Was I happy? No. But is that the truth? That's what economics is about.
In my profession, my conscience can never make me agree with hunger, poverty, and deprivation. It's important for us to look at economic history before we make economic judgments. Important for us to note in 1945, Germany was faced with similar decision immediately after the First World War. Germany was advised to float her currency as well as remove subsidy, which was done. But do you know that poverty and hunger, including economic deprivation, took Germany to a point where they did away with their old currency and started a new currency called Deutschmark? And economic history is there for those who are listening to us now and watching us across the globe, including the internet. Just Google what I'm telling you. 2, another country that was also faced with so much hardship and as well as subsidy removal and currency devaluation was Japan. Japan has suffered a lot of loss in the World War. Why? Hiroshima and Nagasaki. This country had to follow Germany immediately because of the economic concern. I can do the third one, which is even more recent. It was Russia. Russia in 1980, early 80s, had a leader just before Vladimir Putin. The leader felt what was important was the advice coming from this same institution, which includes World Bank and IMF. First, remove subsidy. Second, float the currency. Third, increase taxes.
in the name of tax reform. When Nigeria is looking at now, what happened? The country suffered and they fell without pain. You cannot have economic prosperity. Sezu, which pain is America going through? Which pain are the other countries going through? People can die in pain.